Hey YouTube, it's Van the Car Man here, and in today's video we're taking a look at a very reputable American brand known for its reliability and luxury, and that is Buick. Specifically in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the Buick Enclave Avenir trim. Now the Buick Enclave is the only SUV that Buick offers in 2024 that has a third row. And in today's video, we're going to be going over the performance of the vehicle, the interior features, some of the safety features, and a whole lot more. Without further ado, let's get into this video. Alright, so the color that I have chosen for this video is their silver color, which they call the Moonstone Gray. Now, as far as under the hood, this one has a 3.6 liter V6 engine with a 9-speed transmission, making around 310 horsepower. Now that 3.6 liter V6 engine is standard across all of the Enclave's trims. And the Enclave Avenir comes with 20-inch rims. Pretty basic, nothing too fancy. Now as far as the height on this vehicle as it sits, I am 5'10" and my head comes up almost to the top right up here. So this thing sits right around 6 feet 2 inches off the ground at its highest part. And another cool feature about the exterior is that we do have automatic LED headlights. Now these will come on whenever it's getting a little dark outside, and then the automatic running daylights will come on during the day. One more feature for the exterior is that the Enclave Avenir has an automatic lift gate. All you gotta do is reach your hand in there, press the button, and it lifts up all the way for you. Let's start taking a look at the inside. So on the Avenir, we do have a keyless entry, sort of like a button. You just touch it and it will unlock the car for you, as long as the key is within range, of course. Now, taking a look at the interior on this one, we have a beautiful tan interior with diamond stitch leather. We have a lot going on down here. For our power seats, of course, you can go forward and backwards, up and down. And then for the backrest, can go, of course, up and down. We have 4-way lumbar support, so you can go in and out, up and down to get that perfect spot on your back. And then this last button over here, that is actually massage seats. Now, this is not like a massage chair you find at the mall, but it is pretty nice. It uses its lumbar support and all the air pockets inside to kind of massage this whole lower back area. It goes up and down, in and out. Feels pretty nice on a long car trip. Now, stepping into the inside, just for the front row right here, on both sides, we have heated and air-conditioned seats. Now, you have 3 modes. You have a high, a medium, and a low. And the same goes for the air condition. You have a high, a medium, and low ventilated seats, and that is on both sides. And the front driver's seat does have memory seats, so you have 2 options over here. So for 2 separate drivers, it will remember where you're sitting. Onto the left side of the steering wheel, we have a few buttons over here, and you're probably wondering, what does HUD mean? That is actually for your heads-up display. So that is a little holograph that is shown through your windshield. And what this button does is, if we click it down, it will actually move it down depending on where you're sitting in the car. Depending how tall you are, you can move this thing up and down to have a better view. And then this second info button, if you press this, it will show you on the heads-up display different types of information. So you can have your radio, you can have what direction you're facing, or you can have your RPMs. And the third button, this is just brightness. So for however bright you like it, you can change it from bright or not so bright. And onto the left side of the steering wheel here, so most of these buttons just have to do with your cruise control. So you can turn on cruise by pressing this button, you can set it by flicking this knob down, or you can increase your speed by going up or down after it is set. And this vehicle does have a heated steering wheel, which is very nice for the winter time. Onto the right side, so these buttons are really just to navigate through your digital dash up here, so you can kind of scroll through your trip, fuel range, remaining oil life, tire pressure, and a whole lot more. Now onto this center console down here in our gear shifter. So on the Buick Enclave, this is standard for all of them. You have these little buttons right here to go into drive. So if I'm to go in reverse, there's a little latch underneath. You just kind of pull that towards you, and that will activate your reverse camera. Now, me personally, I'm not really a big fan of these. I'm more of a traditional shifter kind of guy, so these buttons kind of throw me off, but a lot of people like them, and that's why Buick started doing them. We also have a couple charging ports down here. We have a regular USB and a USB Type-C. Right above that is your SD card, and that is going to be for your navigation. We also have a wireless charger here. And right behind that, we have 2 cup holders. And then we can also open up this center console right here, leather wrapped, which is very nice. You have 2 little shelves in here, and if you need a little bit more space, they both slide out and you have a very deep center console. Onto the touchscreen up here. So if we click home, we can see that this is pretty much our home page right over here. So there's quite a few features on the touchscreen. Of course, you have your FM and AM radio, which is standard. You have Bluetooth, which is also standard. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, very easy to connect to. You have a Wi-Fi hotspot, and you also have your built-in navigation. Very easy to use. All you have to do is put in your address right up here, and it will take you directly to it. Just make sure that your SD card is updated. And down here, you notice that on the Buick Enclave Avenir, we do have Bose speakers all the way around the vehicle. And this little knob right here will actually control how far up you want your tailgate to go when you're opening it. Taking a look at the back seat here, I was a little disappointed to find this out, but apparently the 2024 Buick Enclave only comes with captain's chairs. So if you want a bench row, the Buick Enclave is not for you because you only have captain's chairs in the Buick Enclave. Now, they are wrapped beautifully with the tan leather, at least on this model, in your diamond stitch leather. Now, you do have climate control in the back. You can control the fan speed, the temperature, and there's heated seats on both sides with high, medium, and low. We also have a couple charging ports down here, as well as a regular AC wall outlet down here. As far as accessing your third row, Buick makes it a little more difficult than some other makes and models. A lot of makes and models, they now have a button you just push and it electronically lifts up, but Buick is still a little old-fashioned, so what you have to do is put your hand under the seat, scoot it all the way forward, and pull this lever, and then you can hop into that third seat. Now, there's not a whole lot of room here. That's my foot right there, so not a whole lot of room, but it still makes it somewhat convenient to get into that third row. Now, the third row does have more of that beautiful ivory tan diamond stitch leather. Not that many amenities back here. You do have a couple charging ports on each side as well as some cup holders, but that's about it for the third row. Onto the trunk for your trunk room. So with the third row up, you don't have that much space, but you do have a lot more than some other vehicles would have. And if you do need a little bit more space, at least on the Buick Enclave Avenir, you can put these seats down electronically by holding this button. And it does move down a lot faster than some other makes and models. Sometimes you gotta hold it there for, 15, 20 seconds, but Buick makes it convenient for you and puts it down only in about 2 or 3 seconds. And if that's not enough trunk space for you, well, Buick has another little trick up its sleeve. All you got to do is pull this, and you think, oh, well, your spare tire's under there. Well, no, not exactly. You actually have quite a bit more room for tools or bags or whatever you want to put under here. There's actually a good amount of room. This is probably about 2.5 or 3 feet by 1 foot in depth. There's a good amount of space back here. Now, as far as your safety features, there's quite a few, as you can see. So we're just going to list them off here. So you have a safety alert seat, heads-up display, adaptive cruise control, HD surround vision, enhanced Buick driver confidence, which includes the rear park assist, forward collision alert, following distance indicator, rear cross traffic alert, lane keep assist with lane departure warning, lane change alert with side blind zone alert, front pedestrian braking, front park assist, and enhanced automatic braking. Another couple of features I forgot to mention is that the steering wheel is telescoping electronically. All you got to do is press that little button back there, it will go down. Press this one, it will rise up for you. You press the one closest to you, it will move closer to you, and this one will bring it down. We also have dual sunroof. So we have this front sunroof here and then another one in the back for some other people to enjoy the show. All right, so let's go a little bit more in depth with the camera here. So this is your regular backup camera. If we press this button one more time, it's going to show us a very nice and clear front view of your vehicle. And you can also press this button right here. That will give you a top view of the front. We press it one more time, it'll give us a top view of the back. This third button right here, this is for your blind spots. So this will show you both of your blind spots right down here. Now you can only use it while you're parking, not while you're driving. Going to this button right here, so that'll show us another close-up of behind us for backing up a trailer. And then this button over here, that's just to turn off your grid pretty much. As you turn the wheel, it will turn your directed path. And if we click it one more time, it will help us line up our trailer hitch. All right, now this V6 engine is very smooth. I love that Buick is still doing a V6 engine instead of, like every other company, putting a 4-cylinder in these massive third-row SUVs. Now, as you drive it, there's a little bit of engine noise, but at least it sounds good. The good thing is with Buick is that they drive smooth as a boat, and there is hardly any road noise, but there is a little bit of engine noise. Now, as far as how powerful it feels, in my opinion, it could be a little bit more torquey. It's still got some good power, 0 to 60 fairly fast, but as far as your torque, I personally like a little bit more torque in my vehicles. Now, as far as the mile per gallon on this vehicle, you're going to average out right around 21. You're going to get 18 in the city, 26 on the highway. That averages out right about 21 miles per gallon. And then the fuel economy and environment sticker says that we're going to spend $3,000 more in fuel cost over 5 years. Well, that really just depends on your driving style. Now, as far as the pricing on these vehicles, you're going to find them typically for this trim model anywhere from the high 50s, around $57,500. This one, total vehicle price is around $60,000. Now, you can find these upwards of $62,000, possibly a little bit higher. Now, this is kind of like a pretty standard price for this trim model. All right, guys, so that's pretty much going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was insightful. I hope you learned something about the 2024 Buick Enclave. Now, if you guys have any questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If I missed anything or there's anything that I forgot to cover, let me know in the comments below and I'll be sure to reply to your guys' comments. Again, if you enjoyed, please give this video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to this small growing channel and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.